Hello. What's up? What's up, Joe? Joe Mama. Happy quarantine. Happy quarantine. Bill Mama. Food stamp, you early, Masaki. Early. Good to see you. How are you, my old friend? YouTube cuts me off. Me? No? Little old me? I got nothing to say. Nothing to say. You're bored. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Some stimulus. All right. Well, we'll try to stimulate everybody. Try assessing where everything is, right? Where is everything, dude? Who even knows? I'm going to quick sweep over my Twitter account. Won't be able to read the chat for a minute or two. Just want to see what's going on here. By the way, hope you all are doing well. I'll come back to the chat in just a minute. Let's see. All right, so lots of channels and accounts that I have faith in through my closely vetted with scientific type experiments to vet how responsible I'm being within myself. So putting it through all of that, I've determined that everything is moving forward in precision with the plan. I put my stamp on the plan. Nothing is scaring me. Nothing is really making me fear anything. And if you took the time to listen to the president today, which I carve that out of my everyday activities, I do. Anytime that he goes on, I'm listening, because when he speaks, he's like E.F. Hutton for the world. Because when President Trump speaks, everybody listens. Everybody listens. And when he speaks, he often drops bits of potential information. Potential information. Sometimes it's information, and a lot of the times it lines up with what we've been watching. The only reason there's time for people to go through and look at these types of things, like this numerology, these things that are being dropped here and there within his everyday speeches, they do closely line up with many things that are 2 years earlier from now. Many, just so many. And given the current affairs of what's going on in life, there's what's up, Joe Mama? There's what's up, Headless? There is lots of reasons to believe that we are at a certain point in the Q drops, from what we've been told, that it's been mapped out often, especially towards the middle and end of the Q drops so far. There'll be more. I believe there'll be more. But we've been given the phrase, you have more than you know. And we've also been told you have it all. So if we have it all, it means let's just take it literal. We have it all. So we have all the information that we need to unlock this mystery that in, you know, in real time is happening right before our eyes. So eventually it's a puzzle. We're told, we're given all the information. Now we're responsible for making everything line up as we continue to just go through this inevitable display of just the corruption of the world. It's just happening. And the world is slowed down. Everything is very quiet right now. People are absorbing. People are on social media. And I have found that out through a few different sources, that more people now than ever are on social media, on whatever platform, and they are surfing around and they are looking, and they're able to use their brains for things that don't involve, how am I going to do this? What if I got to work here? I got to get my, I have an assignment due. Just all these different levels of what's going on in the world. And it doesn't matter. The old system is gone. Be happy that you understand this now. Now, I've told you for a long time that President Trump's goal was to eliminate the central bank, the Federal Reserve. Now, listen, people feel like they're going to lose everything. People are not going to lose everything. People are only not going to lose everything. They're going to have everything they had. Plus, that stuff's going to multiply as we move forward. Why? Because that is the natural direction of how a society should go. You should multiply along the way. And so that your illusion of what you have in life right now should be tempered. Trump's goal, I told you for a long time, you guys, that he was going to destroy the Federal Reserve, the central bank, the one thing that above everything else keeps you as a slave and has kept you as a slave. And your parents were slaves. And it was under the guise of a beautiful life. And don't get me wrong, if you grew up in America, you had a way, way nicer upbringing than everybody else in the world. But, you know, for all intents and purposes, this was made to be shown in a Western leading world that this could work. And your parents, my parents, even me, you know, we bought into this. We bought into this entire thing. Why? Because, you know, we weren't the slowest gazelle, because we weren't, you know, the slowest person when a dinosaur was chasing after us. All you had to be was better than the next. If you were the slowest, you got ate. You know, you got taken down. You're done. You're done. So what I'm saying is that there's free energy out here, you guys. This whole thing that we're going through with Trump, this is not only to take back the country and restore it to the people, but you're about to see energy costs and all these illusions that we had of things that we had to pay, like the gas bill, the energy bill, the internet bill. All of this is about to go away. Because why? That's all been a grand illusion. Styx ultimately said it best. It's a grand illusion. There's free energy. These are things that Nikola Tesla discovered way back when, way before Edison ripped off his intelligence, ripped it off. I mean, he wasn't dumb. He had a failsafe. He had a dead man switch. And eventually that information got its way into the right hands of a patriot. And it found its way through the annals. I always wanted to say that. Annals, but it's annals. But you could say annals. Sometimes I like to say annals when it could actually be the annals. So I don't think about it. How about you? You too? Okay. Anyway, that information found its way to where it's gotten whatever. Tell James I said, James, you're a tremendous individual. And if I could figure out a way to not have you blocked on this channel, I would do it. I would do it in just a second. I would do it. I definitely do it, James. I would do it. But unfortunately, I'm not sure how that happened. So I think that's okay too. So James, was it? I know, right? Right, she did. I know. This is the doghouse. It's way bigger than I thought it'd be. It's cool though. Got my own place to sit. I don't know. Why do I want to come on tonight? I know why. I'm so late in the game. I'm trying to catch up. I wanted to come on because I think there's a lot that's going to happen. That's why I wanted to come on. And I think it's coming very soon. And I do believe it could come between tonight, like the start of it, or like in the next week. I don't know. It's not like I'm not making a prediction, really. I'm just kind of saying that it kind of just feels like we're just kind of like, well, everything's like right here. It's like, okay, what next? Everybody's ready. Everybody's awake. Like, what's the next play here? Because if it's everybody take hydroxychloroquine and go chill out and be at home, and then everything de-escalates into just the same old, that could be deflating. It could. I'm not shitting on the plan. I'm just saying that, it was a good opportunity, slide it in there. Everything seems to be pretty quiet and ripe for the pickings. So why ain't we doing it? And if it doesn't happen, I guess one day when I'm an old man and I'm all gray, and I got a couple of marbles rolling up there in my head, I'll understand finally what happened. I hope to know that at an earlier age so that I can partake in the awesome bounty of things that are on the horizon for those who get to, be part of the party when this goes down, because it's truly good times. These are your good times. These are your good times. These are your good times. We want good times, right? I want good times. I don't want my good times to be fed to me in a straw. I mean, I'll take those later in life, but I want to have the good times when I can eat it beforehand. And I can pretend that I'm having roast beef, potatoes, carrots, glazed carrots. Yeah. It's a long time. Meatloaf. Oh. Do any of you hate meatloaf? I love meatloaf like you can't believe. I think meatloaf is the best thing ever. I love meatloaf just about that much more than I love macadamia nuts and coconut coffee. Those are two things that I really love. Do you Know what I mean, Mr. Nozawa? I think those two things are fantastic. I really do. But otherwise, Meatloaf is really it. Yep. Okay, I know I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it because I just need to do it, or I'm going to end the stream. So it was time. All right. So we got some of you here. Been talking a bit, been trying to not go stir crazy from quarantine, right? Because everything changes when you go into quarantine. Everything changes when you go into quarantine. Everything. Whether this is your life being home or not, everything changes when you go into quarantine. Because everybody goes into quarantine. Doesn't matter. All your alone moments in life disappear. Not all of them, but you know, a lot does. Certainly a decent amount does. Yeah. You're kind of on top of each other, you know. I don't know. Things are working out around here. It's just what we do, right? How about you guys? You guys are probably like same. You're like, yeah, you know, we just adapt. I mean, we're reasonable people. We adapt. We can actually be together for a little bit and everything's okay. Yeah, you kind of step on each other a little bit here and there, but you kind of work your way through it. You know what I'm saying? Just work your way through it. George Bush would say, when we're together, when we're together, that's when we're closest. That's when we're closest. That's what he would say. Anyway, what else? I don't know if I have anything else. I don't think I do. This might be a record. And sweet, it's only 17 minutes. And that's good news for me because it feels like an hour. So I don't know what else. I just kind of think that we maybe just, all right, let's call it a check-in video. I think we got to be awake. I think things are pointing in the right direction. Feels like it. It definitely feels like it. The media is losing their damn minds. I can tell you that. After watching today, they are losing their minds. And they've been difficult to listen to for a long time. Long time. And I don't know that they could be as stupid as they sound day in and day out. It has to be something that is just, they don't think that it maybe is bad as we all know it is from the top down, and that the people that are in the press pool that are questioning the president really think it's their job to really just try to nail him with a good question, not knowing about like the blood drinking and, you know, adrenochrome and these types of things. Now listen, do I think that that's been blown way overboard too? Probably. I mean, there's a lot of kids that get abducted every year. A certain amount of that is by the parents. Whatever percentage isn't, well, there's your problem, really. If it's a parent taking their kid, it's really not the same. I mean, even if they're totally wrong for taking the kid, it's not the same as a kid being abducted, right? It's not the same. Let's just be reasonable here in what we're talking about. So, what's left over as a number to talk about is what's going on with those children. Because that to me would be the serious number. would be not the children. Why would it be in their best interest to lump all of it together? Oh, of course. Christ, it's almost 70% of them are just parents with their kids and stuff. Okay, so it just takes the stigma off the remaining percentage, whatever the percentage is. Takes the stigma, takes the sting, takes your thought process off of the remaining ones that aren't. And then nobody has the fortitude to go, and beyond that, what else is going on with these kids? I mean, what happened to them after they disappeared? Nobody cares. They're so self-absorbed and so they are so much. They're so much sheep. And I don't say that condescending at all, because I was a sheep myself for a long time. I was a sheep. I was a sleep sheep. You know, sometimes people ask me, how do you know all those movie quotes? You know, how do you always do movie quotes and stuff? And I go, I don't know. It's because I was an asleep sheep, and I watch those movies over and over and over, and I tried to learn like the mannerisms and the characters. Why? I don't know. Because I was asleep. I was dead ass asleep. I knew about 9/11. Everything else, I was asleep, which means I was selfish, self-absorbed, wrapped up in my own illusion. Why else do we turn into the people we turn into, or the characters we turn into, if we're not absorbed into ourself and our own thoughts? You know what I'm saying? It's like what we're watching, what we're realizing, what we're seeing is real. It's real. If you're real with yourself, you get it. You can see it. If you're real with yourself, you can step out of your life and call bullshit on yourself. It's important we do this. And you look at it and you go, you know what? What's really happening? This is really, really freaking going down. And I think in light of all of my downfalls in life, which, listen, I'm human. I'm you. You're me. I'm you. And we are us. We all, listen, we just all are the same in a lot of what we go through every day. All of us are the same. We just do it on different degrees. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you're an actor in Hollywood. We are all the same. Just simply products. Which is beautifully put to us in the movie Trading Places, which is what the whole bet was over. Are we products of our environment? That's what the whole bet was. But the reality is that there's a lot of truth in that movie. It's that, yeah, generally, we are products of our environment. You take somebody out from the ghetto, you pluck them, you stick them into high society, and they have to have, you know, a certain amount of, like, people just have to have a certain amount of, like, willingness to adapt in their atmosphere. And that's 100% true. And the same could be said. You could take somebody from influence and put them into the ghetto, and if they're reasonable and would adapt, which, mind you, would be way harder than the other scenario. But you could adapt and you could survive in both cases. So there's a lot of truth that is about to be spewed upon the American public. Now, I don't know how many more steps have to be made to show that the mainstream media are lying weasels and lying hypocrites and piece of craps. Because there's a lot of piece of craps. Lots of craps. in the mainstream television, including some at Fox, but they are flushing those turds, and they are getting, I guess, in some regards, a more sophisticated turd, but nonetheless, there's still some there. They still don't smell great. They don't smell wonderful. All right, let's go back to Jeff Sessions when I start doing that voice. They don't smell great. They're not real smelling wonderful. Trump, he just went, you don't smell good, okay? You don't. I smell you. I'm up here. I smell you. People talk about it. I don't talk about it so much, bro. Some people talk about it, and you have an odor problem. It's a problem. It's a fixable problem. It's something that can be fixed very easily, very nice. It's something we can put together and we can get it fixed, and both sides will be happy. Okay, we'll do both sides. Always happy, both sides. That's what I say. I think I'm going to be Trump one night in the live stream, and I'm not going to be anything but Trump from the time I go on. And whether it's a plane crash or however it ends up, I think I'm just going to like do it one night and just do the entire interview, the entire night as I'm Trump. And would that be okay? Is that something I could do? Could I do that for you? Would that amuse you? That'd be something that's fun. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun too. Yeah, he beats that ass, Joe. He beats that ass. President Trump beats that media ass. I like to take my hand, I like to blow it up and make it super huge, and then I put some stuff in there to make it hot. And then I spank the mainstream television ass. Okay? I spank it. It's what I do. It's fun. Oh, almost spilled my beer, which I don't drink beer, but this guy does. So take my huge hand, spank the liberal media ass. Okay? That'd be okay? I don't know if it'd be fun, KK. I might just, I don't think it would work. It might not work. You have to be my critics though, because I'm serious. Like when I hear myself talk like him, I'm like feeling like I'm trying to feel like I'm Trump. I mean, just be brutally honest. Up, not be Trump. I like him a lot. That would be difficult, but if it's not coming along, if it's not happening, then to really reassess. I have to really reassess how I do these live streams in a bad way. I know, more beer. Just add more beer. Yeah, you're definitely right about that as well. That's true. So it's better when I'm drunk. Is that what he's saying? He likes it better when I'm drunk. I have to buy a wig. I want to be President Trump one night. I gotta buy a wig. I gotta invest in a wig. What the hell is that? Oh. Yes, this is President Trump. How can I help you?
I'm your silent mod.
It's nice to meet you, the people on the front lines. It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Who is this?
I'm doing what I can to move.
Attaboy. James Orbach in the house. What's up, man?
Not much, no.
No?
Dude, Trump basically was questioned by the reporter today. Saw that?
Which one? Yeah, it's a felony on him every time he's at the podium. What do you mean?
Yeah, sure, that happens every time, I know. But the question was, basically what is this about? What's this war? And, and he's like, it's like about food trafficking.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
He's planting that seed.
Yeah.
For, like, he's not able to do his Trump rally.
Right.
Everybody wants to know what's going on with this virus, right? So
right.
Looking to the presidential guidance, and he's shutting down these reporters just asking fraudulent questions. Like,
he is. Dude.
But,
it's
with an agenda.
It's incredible to watch. He's so much a boss.
He's seeing it through. Like, he's like listening to them at the same time as he's responding almost. He's that.
You're right.
He's that quick. And he's like, oh, what news? What agency are you with?
Yeah.
You work for China?
He did ask her that. Don't believe me, they'll go xenophobic on him after that too. Xenophobic. Why'd you ask her that? It's because she looks like she could be maybe from China. She might be from China. Okay, that's why I asked her. Okay.
Yeah, like, why are you being racist about
I know. I know they would tell me. Because I don't need Python, okay? It's not anything on the Mar-a-Lago. Right.
From China.
China. It's China. Okay? It's not Russia. It's China. China. Okay? Yeah, it is. Do you like Trump, James? On a scale of 1 to 10, what kind of 100 do you like him at?
He's 12 enough.
He's your boy?
Yes, sir.
He's my boy. I tell you that. He gets my vote.
Well, so far, what I'm seeing, and he can't say exactly what he's doing, but he's getting at it every time we turn around.
Yeah, he's talking about it.
Yeah. And he's like, when he's talking about the economy or whatever, his accomplishment is the greatest thing. It's the greatest endeavor, in the history of greatest.
I've heard that somewhere. You might be right.
Really, he talks himself up with the kind of victory.
Yeah.
But I think he does it when he's already accomplished the victory, and he's consistent.
Yeah, he's not premature going in for the victory. He's not, but he sure puts it out there on display. Like, if you have a hint of being awake and you listen to his words, some people might go, why does he say it that way? And like Anons, no, we're like, wow, he said it that way. Like, wow, he's talking to us, he's telling us. It feels like it to me.
Well, he's just so confident in, what's going on,
Well, what do you think of that? How's that make you feel, dude? Like, he is confident. You're right. He's super confident.
I'm not tired of winning. And I don't see, like, too many discrepancies from what he's going to do. He's trying to accomplish what he's been going to do, and be honest with us and things about it. but he's also fighting an opposition that's like tooth and nail, man. They're like how greedy is this? Put what they put in the bill, just to get the American people money.
Sure, that's yeah, of course, that's what they continue to do, and what they'll do in the next funding. But what do you think, man? As far as like this funding's going out, that is the war that the Democrats have chosen to waive. Is that they are now trying to direct any of the funds that have been put through on a result of this coronavirus stimulus, package one, and now going into package two. I mean, how does that make you feel, dude, that Nancy Pelosi just wants to put her big money hungry hands into it and try to direct it in ways that, I mean, they're very transparent. They're very opaque, unless you are a brain dead sheep watching mainstream television. I mean, right? What do you do?
Yeah, I don't watch any of that. I really don't.
No.
I pretty much stick to independent sources on occasional headlines.
So how do you feel about the money, though? I mean, you obviously follow where the money goes, right?
Right. And there's a lot of talk of China having to pay off what they're giving us. And then we don't owe them anymore. So, like, basically squashing our debt with them, that we're on better than even terms, and we have tariffs on them. They're no longer like going to step in. They were like 6 months away from being the world power.
That's interesting. I'd be very interested to hear how that could actually play out, providing it didn't go the way that it was going to. That would be very interesting, actually, because I can't imagine, but I'm sure the story of it behind it must be incredible that could happen.
Yeah, and I've heard of talks that basically White Hats have control of the Fed now.
Good news.
Trump.
Good news.
Yeah, they have like more of the charity now.
Yeah.
And that Trump actually can control them, and that's
bro. He has control of them.
Interest. So this money that he's gonna probably basically borrow from the Fed and for the infrastructure bill.
No, he's buying the bonds, but yeah, right.
But it would be at 0% at the best deal possible,
Best deal ever.
Yeah. And if it ends up turning out to like where we now have the gold, and they're basically nothing, and we can basically kick around. They would eventually be bankrupt.
You want to hear something crazy, James? Whether they have the gold or not, do you know what the beauty of this plan is? Is no matter what they base the currency moving forward when this all dies, whether they want to base it with a gold-backed security, or whether they would just want to base it on the fact of having something that people just believe in, it doesn't matter, because they're doing away and walking away from a debt system that has kept people slaves for hundreds and hundreds of years, but only very sophisticatedly in the 1900s was it implemented where people willingly paid.
A frog in water that gets slowly turned to the heat, and they don't know it.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. A frog in a boiling or in water that slowly comes to a boil doesn't know that it's in hot water until it's too late. And then by the time it tries to jump out, it's over. It's over. It's a good point.
Yeah, that's a real analogy that, we've kind of accepted more and more tax, and you look back at the Boston Tea Party, and now they're 1 or 2% taxed by the British. And they revolted.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, regardless, it was It doesn't matter if it was 1 or 2% or if it was 20 or 30%. It doesn't matter. If it's not justified and it's a bullshit tax, people should revolt. And America was never designed to be that. You know, these are the things that are coming out as we move forward, is that we're going to be shown a lot of things that were never meant or designed to be part of the freest world in the world, the freest country in the world. I mean, we never were made to pay taxes. This is the type of country that was supposed to be discovered to free the world, not vice versa. They've used America to enslave the world and keep us as a bastion of freedom. Why are we so lucky? Fuck that. The world should be free, bro. And we all understand this now. And the world will be free. And I don't mean socialist. I mean, there's going to be a, you know, it shouldn't be impossible for me to want to take my wife and kids and go look at the pyramids over in Egypt. It shouldn't be impossible for me to want to go over and visit Guam or Taiwan or Hawaii or Australia. None of that shit should be impossible. I mean, things should.
99% of the people you're going to run into are just great people. You know?
As it should be, right?
You know, it's. I feel like all these wars that we've had are just straight up. You know, it's about the money. You know,
They're so 19th century, bruh.
It's about dividing and manipulating, right?
Right.
And no, I mean, most people like it.
Yeah.
I was born in Europe, in Portugal, and then I lived in Africa when I was an infant.
Is that why you're an asshole, James?
Oh yeah. Well, I can say I've lived in Africa when so many of my black friends came together.
Okay, I just wanted to keep it straight. I was just wondering. I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing. I'm loose. My bad. God. I shouldn't even have gone live tonight, man. I'm like so regretting that I did because I'm polluted. It doesn't matter though, honestly. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know why?
I think this is a good conversation though.
I think so. Yeah. It's because we're winning, my friend. It's because we are witnessing, we are watching winning, right?
Right. So I was going to ask you, what do you think about the talk about deep underground military bases? When, you know, you mentioned human trafficking today.
Yeah.
So a lot
Well,
of people
that's actually a very good question. I think anytime anybody opens the discussion into something like that, you deserve to pay homage to it and hear what it's about. And a lot of that information has surfaced and been surfacing over the course of the last few years. I mean, a lot of this information is clearly out into the mainstream television, maybe with a filter, but it's out there in the mainstream television. More so in the independent journalists, this information that comes out, it doesn't surprise us so much. This information has very much been reported on. So as we hear it, it doesn't affect us as much as somebody that's hearing it for the first time when they hear about these deep underground military bases. For me, it's just something that completely made me, it just added credence to what I had already researched and kind of felt. Having never gone to one myself, I think there's enough information that points us to the direction that this shit's real. And it's very real. You know, what do you think about it?
Well, I've seen videos even before I knew about you, where it was truckers driving into the side of a mountain.
For sure.
And there's all these lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 8 lanes wide.
Mm-hmm.
So they each had their own tunnel. That was just kind of like a one way.
Very wide.
Yeah.
It's true.
And so, but they would go into these tunnels, and they would say it would go from the northeast, New England area, basically, all the way down the east coast
Right.
through that tunnel.
And there's a lot, dude. Think about what you said. So many lanes going in, so many lanes coming out. I mean, how much traffic, how much stuff do you have to be pulling in and out of there to have that kind of traffic?
It was pretty regular traffic at the time
Right.
where the guy was recording, interviewing this traffic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
So, if you know they have these highways basically connecting underground, how much more like layers and like imagine a skyscraper underground, just multiple layers.
well, that's just crazy, man. Speaking of that, Cheyenne Mountain closed down. Do you have any thoughts about that, or are you totally conspiracy theorist about Cheyenne Mountain? Obviously, it's where NORAD is located. NORAD. But
is that is that like Virginia area?
Where?
Is that like Virginia?
No, that's not like Virginia, man. NORAD is in Wyoming, on Cheyenne Mountain. They drilled into a mountain and created a command site from inside a mountain. So I won't ask you how you feel about it, but let me give me 20 seconds to tell you how I feel about it. I think that the fact that we are right now self-proclaimed drilled up into this mountain, and we are under lockdown for a mandatory amount of time until this coronavirus ends, that when they say the coronavirus, they're not merely talking about something that gives you flu-like symptoms and does wreak havoc onto the people that have poor immune systems or are extremely old. No, when they are saying that they are holed up into this mountain under lockdown until the end of this coronavirus, the coronavirus is the deep state, you guys. That's what you have to wrap your heads around. The coronavirus is the deep state. And
right? Because Wuhan was their last super cyber.
say that again.
It was like they're cutting off their adrenochrome supply. And
yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. But that, amongst other things, I mean, all of that, it's coming out. It's coming out. And that's that's
the last source of like artificial is not real,
Yeah. What else you want to say about that, James?
I think we're learning big things, and with the great children.
Yeah.
We know they're involved. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
And these kids can't be released to CPS. That's
They're what?
But they can't be released to CPS because CPS is corrupt.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. True.
So, everybody gets involved. It's traumatic, even with helping somebody out of a situation like that.
I can't hear you at the end of your sentences. Are you pulling that phone away? Maybe it's just me. Can you guys hear James? Like, does it sound like he kind of fades out at like what he's saying?
My headset might be picking up background noise.
Okay, maybe that's all it is. I just can't hear you as you like start to make the actual point that you're trying to make. You kind of fade out, man. It's really weird. It's the strangest shit ever. I think that the Illuminati is like fading your mic out. Because about the time you're like, I really feel this way about it, but then I try to kind of do this, and then I kind of find do this, and then I do this shit. And I'm like, what? Like, tell me what you mean, dude. Please. For the love of God, tell me what you mean, James. You are fucking killing me. Now go. What bothers you about this? Ready? Go.
Oh, you're funny. I love you, bro.
Well, thank you, man. You know, I've never been accused of not getting to the point. So,
Yeah, I think we're on top of stuff, you know.
yeah,
I think stuff is being done.
I think so too.
I think our security is at the utmost, and I think we're bringing all of the troops home for the most part, but there's missions going on throughout, like, Latin America, and, you know, basically, these tunnels go all over the world, man.
That's true.
There's high-speed magnet
Dude.
out here.
Yeah, those tunnels are the real deal. They're all over.
Yeah,
They're all over.
It's like faster than a plane.
I heard they're like pneumatic, you know, like old school 1920s when they put the vacuum in there, like thum, thum, and it goes shooting over. I heard that's what those tunnels are. Vacuum sealed.
Magnetic levitation, you know, those high-speed trains, but they can send it at it like insane speed underground.
I believe you to them, but there's so much that they can do and know that. I mean, we are. We have a lot to learn.
You know, if it's going at such a high speed underground, like imagine the air that would move. You know.
I do. I understand. Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah. I get you, man. I get you. That's a real thing. I feel bad. I feel bad.
No, I hear this mission throughout these tunnels, and like they're discovering more and more bases and stuff.
Yeah.
But I hear there's missions going on.
What do you hear about those missions?
Well, if you watch the Plus the Beach channel, there's a guy named Gene that's on there, and he talks about different locations.
What does Gene talk about? Who's Gene? And he's for what channel?
On the Bless the Teach channel.
Oh, Bless. Oh, yeah. I like that guy. Yeah, Bless the Teach. I like him.
Yeah,
he's from Michigan, dude. Or his wife is.
He's okay, but he's also like all like friendly within the matrix.
Dude, do you want to hear something funny? His name's Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
Not Gene.
I know. But no, the guy Gene that's on the show with us.
Oh, does he come on the show? My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm saying. But yeah, when he has Gene on, he does the breakdown of the deep underground military bases. Which ones that they're in, you know, under White Hat control, and which ones are still
No,
you know.
I do.
Like, oh, definitely things like, whoa, okay.
I get you.
Unfortunately, Washington is like still one of the worst, you know, elite control.
That's so bad.
And there's a location in Boston.
All right, brother. I don't want to put anybody to sleep, so I'm going to take myself off this phone call, and I'm going to let you continue on while you wrap up my live stream because I'm going to bed. Okay, so just tell anybody anything you wanted to say, and I'll see you in the morning. Go. All right. Hey, I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you, brother. I appreciate everything. I appreciate it. It was nice talking to you. All right, James. See you, man. James Rohrbach. Okay. Was going to do a quick stream. Didn't plan on taking a call. Took a call. Took a chance. I'll just leave it up. Whatever. All right. I'm a douche. You get it. So, whatever. I am what I am. So, can't help myself. Call in, you get what you get. I can't help it. There is a lot going on, though, you guys. Patriots. Where we go on, we go all of us. James is a great guy. He can't help it. I'm the douchebag. He can't help that. But, again, it is what it is. And we get a lot coming on. We get a lot coming forward. We are all friends and patriots. We all love our country and we love doing the right thing, right? I do. I don't know, it's incredible. Our best times are ahead, all of us. Something I've learned is not everybody has to agree all the time on everything all the time. We just don't. But we have to have the ability to not agree and be cool to each other. You have to be cool and open to have a discussion and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think not only America, but I think the world's best days are ahead of them. I think they're coming soon. And I think that evil and corruption are not long for this world. These are things that are going to go by the wayside, or at least on the massive level that they're on right now. They're not long for the world. I think all of you, every single one of you, are some of the most amazing people that I've ever spoken to, talked to, interacted with, or simply never heard about. It doesn't matter. You guys show up. You guys show up. You guys put your opinions out there. And yeah, hell yeah, we do judge each other. People say don't judge each other. Well, we kind of do. We kind of judge each other. Not all of us agree on everything all the time, exactly how it's laid out and all of this. And I don't think it's healthy that we do. I don't think it is. But I think it's great that we all have each other. And I think whatever circle you're in life and how you have it with people is one of the most important things. And you're always going to have a frisbee douchebag that comes flying in with, some weird ass shit. And you're just like, what is this? And it's probably a bot. Maybe something else. Who knows? That shit happens on big channels a lot, I imagine. Right? It's these ground root movements that will win the war. The long-term war will be the people that know each other a little bit more than, to use Dr. Burke's language, granular. We'll know each other a little bit more than just granular. We'll be a little closer. We'll know a little bit more about each other. And when you magnify that onto things like you're awake, you're watching what's going on, you're watching a movie, when you take that and you multiply it times those types of filters that you have going on in your life as you watch this, you go, you know what? Holy shit, this makes a whole lot more sense than it did yesterday. And it makes a whole lot more sense than it did last month and the month before. And for you guys, welcome. Good to see you. We're not crazy. Not crazy. I don't know. It is what it is. So I love it that y'all show hang on. I see Fuzz Fork. Fuzz Fork. I saw you in a channel the other night. Now you're here. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Great informer. Oh shit, I didn't even say nothing to the chat. I'm sorry. I'm a douche. I'm sorry. Buzzport, Nazawa, Great informer Mel. You guys, I'm sorry. Got wrapped up in my own world here. Let's go see you guys. Welcome. Fuzzfucker Bill, I agree with myself. I said that, right? I did. That's a good line. I should keep it. It's actually a phenomenal line. I should keep that forever. You like to listen. Nazawa's listening. I should go get my macadamia nuts. If I started eating those, I'll be up for the next 4 hours eating them. And I could spit some knowledge. Spit knowledge. I've already spit all my knowledge, to be honest with you. I hold nothing back. I love to lay it out how I feel, what I'm processing, what I take in, the channels I take in, how it makes me feel. I love it. I love it all. I love being in real time. Here's where we are in life. Here's where we are. What's it mean? I'm not sure. We're going to find out. They're going to find out. We're all going to find out. Feels like we're going to find out soon. It just does. I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. There's somebody I haven't seen in a while. Pat Martinez. No, I'm in one of the spare bedrooms. I'm in the same house. Thank you, Pat. It's nice to see you, Pat. Pat Martinez used to yell at me all the time. Me, your language is filthy. Me, your language sucks. Right? You know what, Pat, you're right. You're right. So I cleaned it up after that, you guys. Are you proud of me? I cleaned it up real good. I am Pat. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. It's nice to see you. Thank you. What a creep. That's a great word. Creep. I keep buffering, well, Pat, because I'm bringing truth. And when I bring truth, I bring fire. I bring the fire. You know what, Pat? What I like to do is I like to bring everybody together. I like to put us all into someone call it a big room, okay? I like to put us in a big room, and then I bring you all together and go, you're fired, okay? You're fired. It's what I like to do. It's how I do. It's great to see Pat, though. True. And I've been on, you know, guys, I've been on an hour and almost 5 minutes, so I should probably just end this stream because I feel lame. I don't know what else I have to say. It's good to see you all. It's great to see you all. I'm sorry you came in at the end, Pat. I hope to see you early next time. The rest of you guys, great to see you. Thanks for coming. Stay safe. Don't forget to pray. Keep a name TJ in a prayer for one of our faithful. And other than that, stay cool. All right. Love you guys. You guys be awesome. I love sharing the quarantine with you. So we got big, bright days ahead, in my opinion. So